Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous session we have discussed about ligands, right? We are started discussing about important terms used in coordination compounds. One of the term we come across is the ligand. So yes, what we said about ligands are nothing but it may be atoms. Okay, you know that ligand may be an atom or ion or molecule, that is neutral species. A atom, ion or molecule which is bonded to central metal atom or ion through what? Coordinate bond. Coordinate bond are called ligands. And further, even I considered the classification of ligand based on net charge present on them. Okay, yes, how many types? There are three types. Yes, what are those? Positive ligand, negative ligand and neutral ligands. Yes or no? So ligands can be categorized into three types based on the net charge carried by them, right? So positive ligand, which means a ligand, it may be atom, ion or a molecule going to carry a net positive charge. That is a ligand, a type of ligand carrying net positive charge on it are called positive ligands. Negative ligand means it is a type of ligand carrying a net negative charge on it. Neutral ligand means the ligand which do not carry any charge is called a neutral ligand. Well, so in this session we are going to discuss about again classification of ligand itself, but is based on denticity. So that is classification of ligands based on denticity. Yes, what you mean by this denticity means, so denticity is the number of ligating groups, ligating atoms or groups present in a ligand. Okay, so what do you mean by denticity means? Denticity refers to, it is the number of ligating atoms present in a ligand is called its denticity. So what do you mean by this ligating atom? Ligating atom is nothing but is the atom carrying carrying lone pair of electrons. Okay, ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ligating atom ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? The atom carrying lone pair of electrons is called ligating atom. Well, then what do you mean by denticity? Denticity refers to, it is the number of ligating atoms. The number of ligating atoms present in an ligand which involve in a coordinate bond formation is called its denticity. So means, say there may be they are going to make only one coordinate bond, then they are called monodentate. They may form two, okay, they may have two ligating atoms, so that they are going to make two coordinate bond. We can say, okay, bidentate or didentate. There may be three ligating atoms and they are going to make three coordinate bond to the central metal atom or ion. We can call them tridentate. So 4 tetradentate, 5 pentadentate, as like. So denticity refers to is the total number of ligating atoms present in an ligand is called denticity. Yes, based on denticity also we can classify the ligands. Yes, earlier what we said, ligands can be classified based on charges. So charged and neutral one. So in charged, again we have two types, positive ligands and negative ligands. Now if I consider denticity, so here ligands can be classified based on their denticity, which means here in case of positive ligand we cannot say, but in case of negative ligand we can say monodentate, bidentate, tridentate and up to polydentate. So negative ligands can be further classified into what? Monodentate, bidentate, tridentate and polydentate ligands. Similarly, the neutral ligands can also be classified further into monodentate and polydentate ligands. Okay, yes, we try to understand this denticity with example, right? So monodentate negative ligand. So what we are looking for now? monodentate negative ligands. So negative ligand, we know the meaning. Negative ligand means they are going to carry net negative charge. A type of ligand carrying net negative charge is called a negative ligand. Then here monodentate means, as I said here, they are going to have only one ligating atom in it. Okay, therefore they are going to make how many bonds? They are going to make only one coordinate bond. Okay, they are going to make one coordinate bond. Well, so examples if we consider, say cyanide ion Cn minus. Okay, cyanide ion Cn minus. Here nitrogen. Okay, so net charge is minus. Here is going to have a lone pair of electrons, therefore it acts as a monodentate negative ion. Net charge is negative, is going to carry net negative charge, therefore it is a negative ligand, and is going to have one lone pair of electrons, therefore it is monodentate. Say all halide ions, fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide, all are negative monodentate negative ligands. H minus hydride, NO2 minus nitro, okay, nitrito N and nitrito O, as I said earlier. So if though they are going to have two ligating groups, but what happens, only one bond is formed at a time, therefore it is considered as a monodentate ligand. So here in case of NO2 minus say N double bond O, O minus. So nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons, oxygen also going to carry a negative charge, which means there are two donor atoms, two ligating atoms, but what happens is going to make bond with either of these, either with nitrogen or with the oxygen, not both ligating atoms involved in a bond formation at a time. ಎರಡು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ monodentate ligand. Okay, yes. So nitrito N means, say here in a coordinate bond, nitrogen is going to make a coordinate bond with the central metal atom or ion. Nitrito O means, so oxygen is going to make a coordinate bond with the central metal atom or ion. So there is a difference. So nitrito N and nitrito O. So net negative charge, so negative ligand, and going to make one coordinate bond with the central metal atom or ion, therefore considered as a monodentate. So again hydroxide ion OH minus, amide NH2 minus. Okay. Then if I consider negative ligands, polydentate means having more number of ligating groups, and they are going to make a more number of coordinate bonds with the central metal atom or ion at a time. Okay, say for example bidentate, oxalate ion. Okay, oxalate ion, oxalic acid COOH. Okay, so oxalic acid, say there will be two ligating groups, CO minus, COO minus. So here oxalato, how it is named, oxalato. What are the ligating groups here? O minus. The terminal oxide ions are going to make a coordinate bond with the central metal ion or atom, therefore I can say here there are two ligating groups, so it is a bidentate ligand. Okay, then acetyl acetate, so oxalate ion, how it is abbreviated in the complex? OX. So whenever if you consider OX, what it is? Oxalate. In a coordination chemistry, if there is a OX in the complex, it indicates it is an oxalate ion, that is bidentate ligand. Please remember this. Then coming to the next one, acetyl acetonate. So CH3, C double bond O, CH double bond C, O minus, CH3. So here, say oxygen atom carries lone pair of electrons, and O minus, oxide ion also carries an electron. So here how many donating groups? Two ligating groups, and both are involved in a bond formation at a time, therefore it also acts as a bidentate ligand. So acetyl acetonate also act as a bidentate, or I can say didentate ligand. So in the name of the complex, okay, what is the name given in the complex means acetyl acetonato. Okay, acetyl acetonato is given, okay, name. Well, Then next example is glycine. Okay, glycine is an amino acid, so glycinate ion, glycinate, so glycine, say here carbon, NH2, okay, HCOOH. What it is the glycine. It is a structure for a glycine. C, okay, tetravalent, carbon is tetravalent, is going to make one bond with NH2, so CNH2, okay, NH2, CH2, COH. So glycine is an amino acid. Here glycinate ion, say here nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons, okay, is going to make a coordinate bond with the metal, so monodentate. But what about carboxyl group? After losing H plus ion, what happens? There will be formation of what? That COO minus. If it loses H plus ion, is get converted into CO minus. Carboxylate ion is formed here. So now in CO minus group, the oxygen ion also carries lone pair of electrons, that is negative charge. Therefore, it also donates its lone pair of electron to the central metal atom or ion. So earlier, if I consider glycine monodentate, but glycinate ion GLY, glycinate ion act as a bidentate ligand. So what are the donor atoms here? NH2, lone pair of electrons of nitrogen, and negative charge of a oxygen of carboxyl group, both involved in a bond formation. Therefore it acts as a bidentate ligand. Okay, well, so oxalate ion OX, acetylacetonate ACAC, glycinate ion GLY, they are example for what? Bidentate. Okay, yes. Then if I consider ethylene diamine triacetate, so well, ethylene, say CH2 tetravalent, right? So ethylene, say one nitrogen, and to the second carbon also there is one more nitrogen. So ethylene diamine triacetate, so CH2COO minus, okay, CH2COO minus, CH2COO minus, and H. So what is the name here? Ethylene diamine triacetate, or actually ethylene diamine triacetic acid. If there is H, instead of writing ionic form, if I write the molecular form, I can write H here. So ethylene diamine triacetate. So here nitrogens, two nitrogen atoms are there. They are going to carry lone pair of electrons. Therefore, they involve in a bond formation, that is coordinate bond formation. So now I can consider two denticity 2. Further, now there are three acetate groups, CO minus groups, right? CO minus, and CO minus. So 3, 4, 5. So totally that ethylene diamine triacetate ion, ethylene diamine triacetate ion going to carry how many donor groups? There are 5 ligating atoms, or I can say ligating groups. Okay, there are 5 ligating groups, and all these 5 ligating groups may involve in what? Making a coordinate bond with the central metal atom or ion. Therefore, what is the denticity here? Denticity is 5. And it is named as a pentadentate. Or simply in general we can call polydentate ligand. Okay, so ethylene diamine triacetate. What is the denticity of ethylene diamine triacetate? Means 5. Please remember this. 5. How we are going to get that 5 means there are 2 nitrogen atoms, diamine, so 2 nitrogen atoms, and ethylene diamine triacetate, 3 acetate ion, CO minus group is present. So totally 5 ligating atoms present. Therefore its denticity is 5. Okay, well, similarly if I consider hexadentate ligand, that is EDTA, in short it is abbreviated as a EDTA. I hope you are aware about this EDTA. So what is the name? Ethylene diamine tetraacetate. Okay, ethylene diamine tetraacetate. So here ethylene CH2 CH2 diamine. So both the nitrogens carry lone pair of electrons and 4 acetate groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 nitrogen groups and 4 acetate groups. So totally how much? 6 ligating groups or ligating atoms present. Therefore, it is considered as a hexadentate ligand. So what is the name? Ethylene diamine tetraacetate ion. EDTA in short. It is an hexadentate ligand, or commonly it comes under polydentate ligand. You got it? Yes. Well, consider, say here, say there are two ethylene groups, right? 1 and 2. These are the two ethylene groups. And how many nitrogen NH2 groups are there? There are 3 NH2 groups. 1, 2 and 3. So ethylene groups, they do not carry any lone pair of electrons and they do not involve in a denticity. What about NH2 groups? Yes, all 3 NH2 groups carry, in which nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons. Therefore, they involve in a bond formation, that is coordinate bond formation. Therefore, what I can say here, say the name of the compound is, say diethylene triamine. Okay, ಎರಡು ethylene group ಇದೆ, so we are saying diethylene, 3 NH2 groups, so triamine. What is the denticity? So 3 ligating groups, all 3 involved in a bond formation with the central metal atom or ion. Therefore, denticity is 3. Okay, and what I can say here, it is a tridentate ligand. You got it? So tridentate ligand. Well, for EDTA, what is this? Ethylene. One ethylene group is there, so ethylene, two amine groups are, so ethylene diamine, 1, 2, 3 and 4 acetate groups are present, so tetraacetate. So ethylene diamine tetraacetate is a name of the compound. So here, if I consider ligating groups or atoms, so 2 nitrogens carry lone pair of electrons, they involve in bond formation, and all these, okay, oxide ions CO minus from the carboxyl groups, the oxygen carrying lone pair of electrons. So it is like this, CH2 C double bond O minus. So this group O minus group, oxide ion of a carboxyl group, involved in a bond formation with the central metal atom or ion. So how many are there? There are 4. So 2 plus 4, 6. So it is a hexadentate. So hexadentate, there are 6 ligating groups present, so denticity is 6 and it is considered as a hexadentate. So in short, what we call it is a EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetate ion. Okay, well, coming to the MCQs. So which of the following is or monodentate ligand? Which of the following is or monodentate ligand? So amino acid, ammonia molecule, water molecule and pyridine. So amino acid means, in general, how we are going to write amino acid? Say RCHNH2, okay, COOH is the general formula for amino acids, right? So here, so nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons and R, say CHNH2 is the one ligating groups, and if I consider CO minus ionic form, acetate ion, okay, sorry, the amino acid, ionic form of amino acid generally. So here the CO minus group, carboxyl group, also act as a ligating groups. So nitrogen act as a ligating atom and CO minus group also act as a ligating atom. Therefore it is what? It is a bidentate ligand. It is not monodentate, right? The next, ammonia molecule. Ammonia means what? NH3, right? NH3. Yes or no? NH3. NH3 means here nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons. Yes, it acts as a monodentate ligand. Then coming to water molecule, so water H2O. See here again we know that oxygen carries lone pair of electrons, right? So oxygen carries lone pair of electrons. It also acts as a monodentate ligand, so it is also correct. Then pyridine. What is a pyridine? C6H5N. Yes or no? Pyridine. So how we write? Nitrogen. So C6H5N. Here nitrogen also carries what? It also carries a lone pair of electrons. So in pyridine, the nitrogen atoms also carry lone pair of electrons. Therefore, what I can say now? So pyridine, in pyridine, nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons. Therefore, it also acts as what? It also acts as a monodentate ligand. Then what is the answer here? So answer is correct. B, C and D. All three act as a monodentate ligand. Okay. Well, coming to the next one. So which of the following is or are a bidentate ligand? So option A, amino acid, option B, glycinate ion, option C, oxalate ion, and option D, pyridine. So well, we try to understand this. Amino acid, generally what is the form? As I said, okay, NH2 CHR COOH. So here amino acid is the general formula for amino acid. So in amino acid, nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons, and oxide ion, if it releases H plus ion, so the oxide ion also involved in a bond formation. Therefore, it is a bidentate ligand. Then glycinate, if I consider glycinate, as it is an amino acid, so NH2 carries lone pair of electrons, CH2 COO minus is the formula for glycinate. So again in glycinate, nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons, and CO minus group it has a negative charge, both involved in a bond formation. Therefore, it also acts as a bidentate ligand. Then coming to oxalate, oxalate ion says COO minus, COO minus. So in oxalate ion also, both oxygens involved in bond formation with metal atom or ion. Therefore, it also acts as a bidentate. Then pyridine, C6H5N. So pyridine, there is only one ligating atom, that is nitrogen. Therefore, it is not a bidentate, rather it is monodentate ligand, right? Then what is the answer here? Answer A, B and C. All three are correct. So which of the following is or are bidentate ligand? Means it's amino acid generally, glycinate ion, oxalate ion, they act as a bidentate ligand. Okay. Coming to the next one, the name of OH minus ion in the complex is. How we are going to name OH minus ion in the complex? Hydroxide ion we know, but in complex how the name is given? So oxyhydrogen, hydroxide ion, hydride ion, hydroxo. Yes, what is the answer? Option D is correct. Hydroxo is the right choice. Okay. Then next one, ethylene diamine. What is the name given? Ethylene diamine. So means we have to think of CH2 diamine, NH2 NH2, ethylene diamine. Okay, so monodentate ligand, bidentate ligand, tridentate ligand, and pentadentate ligand. Yes, what it is? So if I have written the structure here, ethylene diamine, it is a bidentate ligand. Since there are two amine groups, both nitrogens of amine group carry lone pair of electrons. They involve in bond formation with the central metal atom or ion. Therefore, it acts as what? It acts as a bidentate ligand. So option B is correct. Okay. Well, now if I consider, okay, just we brief out the classification of ligand. Yes, based on charge, charged one, neutral, charged positive, negative, and again in negative we said monodentate, polydentate. And similarly, if I consider neutral ligands, yes, neutral ligands can also be classified as monodentate and polydentate ligands. Well, let us consider neutral monodentate ligands. So examples includes ammonia, water, nitric oxide, carbon monoxide, thiocarbonyl, phosphine, triphenylphosphine, thiourea. Just go through all these. So there is only one ligating atoms. And what about charge? They do not carry any charge. They are chargeless, or you can say net charge is 0. Therefore, they are named as neutral ligands, and they are going to make one coordinate bond with the central metal atom or ion. Therefore, they act as a monodentate ligands. So water act as a what? What type of ligand? It is a monodentate ligand. And if I consider charge, neutral ligand. Phosphine, pH 3, phosphine, okay. What type of ligand? Monodentate ligand. If I consider charge, neutral ligand, as like. So you have to remember the nature of the ligand according to the charge as well as according to the denticity. You got it? Well, so if I consider polydentate ligands, say ethylene diamine, that charge is 0, right? So neutral ligand. And how many donor atoms are there? There are 2 donor atoms. Therefore, it is a bidentate ligand. Okay, 2, 2 dipyridyl, DIPY. In short, in complex, it is abbreviated as a DIPY, dipyridyl. Okay, dipyridyl. So 2 pyridine groups, that's it, they are bonded. So there are 2 nitrogen atoms. They are going to donate lone pair of electrons. Therefore, it acts as a bidentate ligand, neutral bidentate ligand. Then orthophenanthroline, or again so phenanthroline, here again it also acts as a bidentate ligand. Okay. Well, then if I consider tridentate, diethylene triamine, diene. Okay, how it is abbreviated in the complex? Diene. Diene means diethylene triamine. So diethylene, 2 ethylene groups and 3 NH2 groups, A, B and C. So here 3 nitrogen groups, they are going to make a coordinate bond, therefore it is a tridentate. That charge is 0, therefore it is neutral ligand, and 3 donor atoms are there, therefore it is a tridentate ligand. Okay. Well, then tetradentate, triethylene tetramine. So triethylene, 1 ethylene group, 2nd ethylene group, 3rd ethylene group, and tetramine groups, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what is the name? Triethylene tetramine, triethylene tetramine. It acts as what? Tetradentate ligand. So triethylene tetramine is the name. Well, coming to the MCQs, which of the following is a tridentate ligand? They are asking tridentate ligand, means there will be 3 donor atoms. Ammonia is not, it is a monodentate. Second option, triethylene. Okay, triene means triethylene diamine. Next, diphenyl diene. So what is the answer? Tridentate. So it is triene means triethylene tetramine. It's a tetradentate. Diphenyl bidentate. Di means diethylene triamine. So it is a diethylene. Diene means diethylene triamine. Okay, diethylene triamine. It is what? It is a tridentate ligand. You got it? Yes. So with this, I'm going to conclude about this session. Again, in the next session, we go for other concept. Thank you. Be safe.